Here first four lines are import pandas as pt import numpy as np import matplotlib.py plot as plt from a scalar dataset import load wine. So first four line means import pandas spd. The line imports the pandas library and assigns it alias pd. Pandas is a powerful library used for data manipulation and analysis. Import numpy as np. This line imports the numpy library and assigns its alias np. Numpy is another fundamental library for numerical computing in Python. Import matplotlib dot py plot as plt. This line imports the pyplot module from the matplotlib library and assign it as an alias plt. From scalar datasets import load_wine. The line imports the load_one function from the datasets module within the scikit-learn library. sklearn. Scikit-learn is a widely used machine learning library in Python. Then this line means the line wine is equal to load wine bracket is using the load wine function from scikit learn to load a simple dataset called the wine dataset. Now this line means if we break the line into some parts. So first part wine dot data is equal to this access the feature data from the wine object, which is a numpy array or a pandas data frame containing the feature of the wine datasets. pd dot data frame, this part of the code creates a new pandas data frame. Columns is equal to wine dot feature names. Here the columns parameter is used to specify the column names for the data frame. So the next line, which is that, so df dot is null bracket dot sum. In pandas, df is null dot sum is a chained method call that checks or missing or none values in each column of the data frame df and then calculating total number of missing values for each column. And the df mean data frame, and this the df means data frame. X is equal to wine dot data means the variable x is assigned the value of the featured data from the wine dataset. As previously mentioned, the wine dataset was loaded using scikit-learn's load wine function, and that featured data can be accessed using the wine.data attribute. And the uh, next line is y is equal to df target. Wine.target means there are two operations are being performed simultaneously to create two variables y and df target. So now this line from sklearn.model selection import train test split as ts. It means it's a function from scikit-learn's model selection module is import and given the alias ts. The function is commonly used in machine learning to split the dataset into training and testing sets. So now x train x test, y train y test. This line, if we describe, the x is equal to the variable contains the featured data of the wine dataset. Y is equal to the variable contains the data targeted values of the wine dataset test size 0.30. The specifies that 30% of data will be allocated to testing set while the remaining 70% will be in that training set. Random state 1 means its argument is used to set a fixed seed for the random number generator, ensuring the data splitting is reproducible. and the line from sklearn dot linear model import logistic regression means it's a class from SCI kit learns model module. Logistic regression is a commonly used algorithm for binary and multi-class classification problem in machine learning. The next line, LR is equal to logistic regression. By calling logistic regression, one can create an object LR that represents the logistic regression model. One can now use the object to train the model on one's training data and make prediction on new data. Okay, the very next line. Hmm, yes. lr.fit extrain y train. Line of course fits the logistic regression model LR using the training dataset xtrain and y train in the scikit learn. The fit method is used to train supervised learning models and it takes the feature data and corresponding target value y train as an input. PR is equal to lr dot predict x test. The provide line of code use the trained logistic regression model error to make prediction on the testing data X test. So the next line from sklearn.metrics import classifications report means the classification report is typically used to evaluate the performance of a classifier on a test data. So the last line of the code print classification report y test PR means by the line one means print a detailed classification report for the prediction made by someone's logistic regression model on the testing data X test. That's all from me and that's the end of logistic regression presentation.